Hey folks, John Pelham, coming to you on the day before Thanksgiving. And in preparation for this video, I did a little bit of Google research on Thanksgiving and came up with a couple of interesting ideas about the date, how it came to be as we know it now, the fourth Thursday of November. Historically, earlier it had been celebrated on November 30th, and that didn't give much time between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So in October of 1939, President Roosevelt signed a proclamation that said henceforth Thanksgiving will be celebrated on the third Thursday of November. Well, that change coming so late in the season between end of October and the third Thursday of November, it didn't give stores and so forth enough time to get ready for the change. And so, at least for a couple of years, some states, including Texas, actually observed Thanksgiving on two different days. The original date of November 30th, and then the new date of the third Thursday in November. Well, in 1941, President Roosevelt signed a joint proclamation from Congress that actually moved the official date for Thanksgiving back to the fourth Thursday of November, and that's a time on which we celebrate it since then. But it shows, I guess, that the implications for Christmas shopping and so forth got even the folks back then that were trying to decide on a day to celebrate. Of course, nowadays it seems like we start celebrating Christmas before we get through unwrapping our trick-or-treat candies after Halloween, and by Thanksgiving we're into full-blown Christmas mode, and the day after Thanksgiving is always labeled Black Friday because that's when all the big Christmas sales start. So it does seem like we sometimes kind of plow through Thanksgiving without giving it much thought. And that prompted me to write this poem several years ago, and I actually did it for you last Thanksgiving, but I've modified it and changed a little bit of it, so I'm going to do it again. It's called Thanks Missed. Well, another Thanksgiving has come and gone, and we're done with our food, family, and football too. It seems these holidays have gotten so hectic we don't take time to really think the meaning through. Things you seem to just pile up at this time of year. Traveling by air or road, shopping, cooking the food. We speed through the meal, hardly time to say thanks. Gotta hurry, because we're full and then we're in a football mood. Somehow the whole thanks concept gets overlooked. Rather, it seems pretty much like any other holiday. Before we know it, it's time to eat leftovers and go home, fighting traffic and maybe a little bit of indigestion, dreading going to work the next day. In what seems like a mere moment, Christmas is upon us, and we've hardly had time to relax and unwind. And like Thanksgiving, we're right back where we were, but I've got something else in mind. I think we ought to take more time and be really thankful. That is, consider the people and the things we love, the ideas and feelings, traditions and customs, blessings freely bestowed by the Lord above. we ought to take an inventory of what we're really thankful for. I strongly suspect there'd be many on which we would share. Good homes, happy families, reasonably good health, friends, freedom, and usually no more troubles than we can bear. So, as you consider your blessings, I've got a suggestion. Before you get entangled in the Christmas melee, maybe spend a little more time and energy saying thanks than many of us do on Thanksgiving Day. Folks, whatever you're doing for Thanksgiving, if you're eating lunch by yourself in a cafe or you're going to a Thanksgiving celebration with friends and family, I just hope you'll stop and take a little bit of time to really think what you're thankful for, the blessings that you've gotten, and spend just a little time before we rush into the Christmas season. So, have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow, and be back with you next week, and probably start a few getting ready for Christmas. So, take care of yourselves. Good to see you. Be back next week. Bye-bye.